Mac Jones is being dropped into a great situation. I mean, Kyle Shanahan's the best coach he's ever played for.
Right.
Christian McCaffrey's the best running back that's ever been behind him. But if his left tackle's out and his tight end is out and his second wide receiver is out and that offensive line didn't look all that great, if all these things are true, is Mac really being dropped in to a great situation? I brought up anxiety for a reason on the crossover. Like, where is your anxiety? Is it focused on the Dodgers being in town? Mine is focused on the fact that Mac Jones is the 49er quarterback right now. And this is kind of what I'll just first say about that, because we talked about it a lot yesterday. I got nothing against Mac, and my hope is absolutely that the 49ers win. But I'm driving in and I'm listening to my friend Mike Yam is on with Steiny and Goo, and he's like, I'm looking at the Niners' next 3 games, and I think they're going to win those. So that's
4-0.
He goes, so that's 4-0. And I'm like, oh my God.
Love it.
People, the quarterback is out. If the 40,
they have a quarterback.
They
You
do.
realize that,
I
right?
understand that. But I won't even boil it into to week 3 and week 4. I don't even fully know if Brock's not playing in those games.
Yeah, who knows who's playing?
This is what I want to say. The way that I'm hearing, and it's great if all of you are confident in the 49ers. That's wonderful. As you know, I believe that tucked under that is that most of you think Kyle Shanahan's an amazing coach, even though a lot of you won't admit it. So that's fine. But here's what I will say. If the 49ers win on Sunday, what I hate about the blasé nature of, it's the Saints, they'll beat the Saints, I don't think the Niners will be getting the credit that they deserve for being 2-0 with both games being on the road to start a year where they've got a bunch of new players and then had incredible amounts of adversity thrown at them, from a Kittle injury to a Purdy injury to the Juwan negotiation to the Christian cramp and everything in between, and then a Juwan injury too. I still don't even know if he's playing.
Really quick on that, Kyle Shanahan has spoken. He officially ruled out Brock Purdy, officially.
That's great.
And then both Trent Williams and Juwan Jennings are questionable,
Questionable concern. Yeah, Trent Williams didn't practice today. He never practiced this week.
He never practices.
Well, yeah, he does. He does on Thursdays and Fridays.
Today is a walkthrough anyway, so what's the big deal?
No, it's not a big deal, except for if he sits the whole week out, I do think there's a chance he misses the game. So I'm just looking at all of this, and I'm thinking to myself, I hope that every 49er fan, if you get to Sunday night and the Niners are 2-0, I hope you appreciate what a magic trick that is. And I will tell you right now, if they do that, this is a playoff team. They're going to playoffs. This is stealing. If you go 2-0 on the road with one of them in the division, without your quarterback, without your tight end, your left tackle's hurt, McCaffrey's got a cramp, Juwan is, a bunch of rookies on defense. This would be an incredible feat in my mind. I don't care who the opponents are.
Yeah, I don't quite see it that same way. And, teams that start out 2-0 are more likely than not to make the playoffs. So, yeah, 2-0 is actually a big thing. But you had your quarterback all through week 1, and you went to Seattle, and that was an impressive win. Trent Williams was not good. George Kittle played about a quarter and a half. Juwan Jennings played about 3.5 quarters. And, yeah, you found a way to get it done with Jake Tonjes. That was a great win. If you go to New Orleans with Mac Jones and you've got McCaffrey and you don't have Kittle, but you've got your entire defense, if you win this game, that's a nice win. Any road win is a good win. I'm not going to fall over myself and talk about a magic trick and all the rest of it. You're going up against a quarterback who's never won a game in 7 starts, and he's not a starting quarterback. He's their starting quarterback, and Robert Saleh can talk about him being twitchy and accurate and this and that, but I don't think he's very good. And their defense, if you watched them against the run against Arizona, they could not stop the run.
No, they weren't great against the run.
So this game is set up very well for the Niners to go out there and win with Mac Jones.
You can say that they don't have a starting quarterback. I believe that the 49ers don't either this week, and I think that is what the league has decided about both of those players.
Well, this guy at least has started 49 games.
He has, and Spencer.
And Rattler's 0-7.
Yeah, but one of them was named a starting quarterback for week 1. One of them wasn't. So
right, named for the starting quarterback for a team that really had no starting quarterback.
I don't think
still don't.
Neither one of them, in my opinion, are the level that is necessary for a starting quarterback, a successful one in the NFL. Neither one of them, in my opinion. So that's all I'm saying is to tuck into this. Like, There's a dynamic at play here where we are just habitual with our faith in the 49ers, and that's wonderful. There's a piece of me that's like, this is great. No wonder we're all called the faithful. Like, what the hell would it take for everybody to lose confidence in this team? They're coming off of a 6-11 season. They're coming off of a game where they largely looked like crap and got what I think is a lucky play to win the whole thing. And now the quarterback is out, the tight end's out, one of their top receivers might be out, their left tackle might be out, and they're on the road in one of the loudest places, and everybody's just like, yeah, like for sure they'll win. I just think it's funny. Like, what is it going to take for somebody to be like, ooh, this might be hard this weekend, lot going on?
It might be hard, and it all depends for me on two things. One, can you stop the run? And two, is Mac Jones going to be up to the job? Because Mac Jones throughout his career has been mostly serviceable or pretty good, but then he makes the big mistake that will cost your team the chance to win a ball game. And I don't think that New Orleans is going to have a great time stopping the run. And when Kyle Shanahan's team possesses the ball more, when they run it more than 30 times, they win games. They win almost every game when that is the formula. And you've got McCaffrey, who is healthy. He's not on the injury list, and he had 31 touches last week. And you're going to have Brian Robinson Jr. and maybe a little bit of Garendo, and you don't have Kittle. So I think it's going to be a run-heavy attack, and if New Orleans can't stop the run, which they couldn't against Arizona, this sets up very well for the Niners.
I mean, look, yeah, they might win the football game. They might win the football game. They're a very, very well-coached football team. They still have some people in spots, but this is just an extension to a degree of the conversation that we had yesterday. I think that what the 49ers are facing right now, and faced last week, by the way, now knowing that Brock Purdy played the entire second half injured, like, I just think it's being undersold. I think it's being undersold. Like, the difficulty of this, the situation the 49ers are in, we'll play for you in a little bit. Mina Kimes had something to say on ESPN that I thought was really smart, because you hear a lot this week of, well, Mac Jones is being dropped into a great situation. Is he? I mean, Kyle Shanahan's the best coach he's ever played for.
Right.
Christian McCaffrey's the best running back that's ever been behind him. But if his left tackle's out and his tight end is out and his second wide receiver is out and that offensive line didn't look all that great last week anyway, if all these things are true, is Mac really being dropped in to a great situation? It almost sounds kind of like the position that Brock found himself in a few years ago in year one when Jimmy got hurt. This is not that, in my opinion, at all. This is not a juggernaut. This is not an all-powerful, all wheels turning, all engines firing situation. And so this is not me telling you they won't do well. This is me telling you that if they do, I'm going to be really impressed.
Well, they're favored by, what, three and a half?
So that's Vegas, whatever.
It's Vegas, but they're on the road and they're favored, which means if it was a neutral, they'd be 6 or 6.5 point favorites, which tells me that even without Brock Purdy, you, the president of Purdistan, he's not playing. Trent Williams is going to play. I'm not 100% certain because he's questionable.
Yeah.
And Jawan Jennings, to me, is much more questionable than Trent Williams. But I look at this team, what they do have, this opponent, what they do and actually don't have, and you're favored by 3.5, go out there and win the football game.
So the favorite thing, to me, feeds into what I'm saying. A spread is based on public perception. That's what odds makers are good at. They're good.
In part, yeah.
Yeah, they're good at figuring out some things that maybe we don't know, but they're also attacking public perception. And this is what I'm saying. I don't know if they're like, how many injuries would the Niners need to have before the Saints were favored this weekend?
Probably McCaffrey.
You think they'd be? I still think they'd be favored.
McCaffrey, if McCaffrey's out.
He ain't worth 4 points.
What is it? Is it at 4?
No, it's at 3. But
Okay.
I'm saying, what would it take for the Saints to be favored?
Probably McCaffrey and Trent Williams.
And Bosa?
I doubt that.
I doubt
mean, that.
Like, I don't even know if it's possible, and that's kind of my point. I think the reason we think the 49ers are going to win this weekend is because they're the 49ers. Not because you've got some sort of an X's and O's massive advantage in this game, and they're just clearly the better team.